I love that scene. They don't do that there. They don't. It's sad. But Sir Ian McKellen as Cogworth, I really really liked. Emma Thompson as the teapot, as Mrs. Potts. Emma, it's Emma Thompson. I can't find myself to hate Emma Thompson. Um, Even in a bad performance, I think she's a really, really, really charming actress. Admittedly, when they were casting it, I was like, well, Angela Lansbury played her in the '91 version, and Angela Lansbury had already been in another Disney movie called Bedknobs and Broomstick, and she was really charming in that. And that was when she was a lot younger. I don't know. I think she looked like she was in her 30s or 40s. I haven't seen the movie. I've seen bits and pieces, but she looks really younger, and she looks really well. Very eccentric. And when she's playing Mrs. Potts, she is like the I almost felt like she could, because Belle's mother never really appears in either movies. Well, actually, she does in the newer movie. I felt like Mrs. Potts was kind of a mother figure to Belle, and she is in this one. But um, I just felt like maybe it could have been played by a different actress, like maybe get Julie Andrews or something. Maybe I would love to see a different interpretation of Beauty and the Beast if like Julie Andrews played Mrs. Potts. But it's still welcome. Um, they make a joke about it. Again, they make a joke about a lot of these characters that comes up at the end, but I'm not gonna spoil them here. I will do that in the spoiler corner. Um, Emma Thompson and Mrs. Potts. It's okay. It's not the best. It's not the worst. But it's okay. It makes Mrs. Potts feel a little younger than she should. But then again, she's played by a British lady in both of these movies, so I'm gonna give it a pass. Because they at least found the British lady. uh, Chip, Chip. Okay. Before the movie even came out, there was some controversy over Chip and his design, and everybody said it was too ugly a design, and I'm like, I don't get it. It just looks cute. It's a little China teacup. What not to love about it? In the original, he was just adorable. And he's bouncing on the, he's bouncing like that's his way of movement. Like, when he first meets Belle, and then he had to go help his mother. He was like hopping out of the room, like bye, and he's like hopping out of the room, and he's spilling a little tea, and it's cute. It's really really cute. And this one, he doesn't hop around, but he had this little saucer. Like at the time, you saw a lot of teacups on the saucer, and um, he moves around with this little saucer, and he's like leaning over here and leaning over there, and it's cute. I don't know the actor's name. I'm not gonna give into child actors. Sometimes um sometimes you have to give them the right direction, and for Disney, I feel like nowadays they give the child the child actor right direction. Lilo and Stitch, this movie, Beauty and the Beast. Those children are those acting in Disney movies for the kids moment are great, and this movie is no exception. I love Chip's performance. I really wanted to hold him. I wanted him to like in this movie he doesn't have brothers and sisters. He sleeps in a cupboard, and he uses a little napkin as a and I don't know. He uses a little cloth napkin as like a little blanket when he goes to sleep. And there's a scene where Mrs. Potts tucks him in, like with her snout. She's like, and it's cute. I was just like, oh. Yeah, but I'm a girl, and it's just those things that make me go, oh. I didn't want the nostalgia factor to get into the way, but um, the songs, okay. the songs is one of the main purpose from the original movie. Um, and it was meant to be performed like a Broadway musical. And in the original movie, they done that. Like, it became a movie. They got the actors from Broadway, and then it became a Broadway musical. It wasn't successful, but it was still a Broadway musical. It was fantastic. Um, from the original movie. In this movie, I felt like the songs that they sing that were from the original, like Belle, Something There, Gaston. Actually, Gaston was really good. Jazz Gaddis went through. That was great. Uh, Most of the songs that were from the original movie, I felt was like sung forcefully. Like they're just forcing it. It's like, oh, this was in the original movie. We gotta force it down your throat. But the new songs that they put in here, they put more effort into it. I'm not saying that Emma Watson is a good singer. Again, I feel like her singing, if she's singing the original songs, I feel like they're really, really forced. But the newer songs that they put in there, I felt like she's putting more effort into it. Um, I don't know. But, Luke Evans as Gaston was okay, but um, I felt like I was rooting for the beach. You're supposed to root for this guy. You're supposed to root for the beach. You're supposed to root for Belle. And sometimes you want to root for Gaston. And here, I didn't want to root for Gaston, like, at all. I didn't want to be on this guy's side. I want to punch him in the face. The acting's not terrible. It's just his motivation, and blew off. Okay, for those people who are complaining about the controversy about LeFou being a gay character, it's only one scene, people. Get over it. It. I mean, I don't get the big deal over it. And LeFou, Josh Gad's LeFou. It's perfect casting, by the way. It's really perfect casting. LeFou, in the original, he's just slapstick. He does a lot of things funny. He's basically the human punching bag to Gaston. In this one, he has more intelligence, despite the fact that he's illiterate. He does a lot more in the character, and again, he has several funny lines, and they're welcome. I don't really know what else to say. It's a good movie. Not great. It's not the original. It's good. I can see myself watching it maybe a couple more times, and if I have kids, I will actually show it to them. I will say that there's a lot more swearing in it than it's not for very long, but I hear the word damnation, we're all damned to hell, stuff like that. That wasn't in the original movie. I mean, I've heard those words in Hunchback, but that's a family picture. But, I, the scene where Belle goes out and touches the road, in the original, she takes the glass off, and she's like this close to the road, like here's the road, here's her finger. She almost touches it, like she's just inching away, and then the beast scares her. And this one, she barely lifts the glass. She's like, oh, it's so pretty, like it's so pretty. And then the beast scares her away. Oh god, I missed the wolf scene. I totally missed the wolf scene. I went out, went to the bathroom. I couldn't hold it, but I missed the wolf scene. And there are some things that they changed. Like this I really really like. Whenever the pedal falls off the road, a part of the castle falls, and after a part of the castle falls, the in it the objects, the castle staff, they become more more antique. Like they become more of what the objects that they are, and it's like they said in the trailer. It's not a big spoiler. What happens when the last petal falls? The beast will remain a beast forever, and they turned into antique. That wasn't in the original, and I thought that was a clever touch. Like if they I think that was also in the Broadway musical. I'm not entirely sure, but um the petal keeps falling and they become more of a there's a really funny joke. One of the petal falls and Cogwars he has a thing where his thing would go and it goes ding 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 and it's like a little hiccup and he's like, oh excuse me. That's funny. That's really funny. Uh, Another addition I really like is that there's a whole town in the beginning where they explain the prince's backstory and how he got cursed at the beach. In the beginning, the whole town, like the whole village, they go to a party of the prince, and that's when the enchantress comes in, and they add to the part that they add to the curse that she wiped the memory of the people who knew about the beast. She wiped the memory, and nobody remembered the beast, nobody remembered the castle, nobody remembered the staff. It turned into this really great joke that is a reference to another movie that Emma Watson has been in. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I will explain it in the spoilers corner if you did. But it is really clever that she wiped the memory and nobody can remember. It was clever, but I don't think in the original nobody knew about the castle. But in like the sequels, which sometimes people don't count, and in the Enchanted Christmas, you can actually see the village coming over for Christmas. In the Enchanted Christmas, it was an okay film, not great. And yeah, them having the memories wiped, and then saying that Maurice is crazy, that actually works, and I felt like it's like a puzzle piece to, you're like, oh, you're crazy, there's no such thing as a castle, there's no such thing as a beast, there's no such thing as objects who are coming to life and singing and dancing and plates flying all over the place and peacock feather dusters. I don't know if that was a peacock or a swan. My brother said it was a peacock. I looked it up and no, I think it's a swan. They even added a new character. The wardrobe in the original, she couldn't even fit through the door, and then well, she kind of can't in the newer one, but she's like, I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through it. The wall comes down. She's played by an opera singer. I mean, in the original, she was probably played by an opera singer who does really good. In the Broadway version, she is clearly an opera singer. Here, she's actually played by an opera singer. She didn't get her little... She gets a singing line here or there, but she doesn't sing an actual song, and it's kind of disappointing. But they add this character, who's a piano, who is the husband of the wardrobe. That's really cool, and he's a piano. And he's the husband of the opera singing wardrobe, and it's cute. I think they made a joke that the piano keys are his teeth, and every time he plays, it hurts. And if you have braces, you know what I'm talking about. But he has to move his teeth. And that are the piano keys. And when he's playing the piano and he's playing the song, he's like, I will go through the pain to make these two fall in love, so that I may be back with my wife. It was a good character. I just wish I could see a little bit more of him, because you see him when Belle enters the castle and Maurice enters the castle. You see him a little bit in the middle, and then he turns into a full piano.